Yo, what's up, guys? It's Blue Lightning 26 here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a review of the Nintendo GameCube. So the Nintendo GameCube was released here in North America in early 2001. This is Nintendo's first disc-based home system. So yeah, it released in a couple different colors. Of course, you have the purple one, but there was also a black one and a silver one, and there were also a couple of special editions, but the black, purple, and silver ones were the main colors that you could find the GameCube in, unless you imported yours from another country or something. So anyway, like I said, this is my GameCube. I bought this from GameStop in July of last year. So this is the first GameCube that I've had in about 10 years, because I used to have one back in early 2002 when the GameCube was still new. But yeah, I don't know what happened to that one. And I didn't get another GameCube until last year. So yeah, I missed out on quite a bit of GameCube titles. Anyway, so yeah, let's get into the review. So first, you have the top of the GameCube. You have your Nintendo GameCube logo here, this big black thing. Over here, you have your power button, to turn the system on and off. Over here is your reset button, so you can reset your game without having to turn your system off. And over here, you have your open button, where you can open the disc tray and put in the game. Self-explanatory. And at the top, you have your Nintendo logo, which is usually engraved in every Nintendo console. On the front, you have your 4 controller ports, and the GameCube had an advantage over the PlayStation 2, at least in this area, because unlike the PlayStation 2, you could the GameCube allowed you to play with up to 4 players without the need to buy an extra accessory. Unlike the PlayStation 2, where you had to buy the multi-tap. Over here, down here, you have your memory card slots. This one right here is slot A. This one over here is slot B. I actually have my GameCube controller with me right here. So yeah, this is my GameCube controller. It's the standard purple one. You have your A, B, Y, X buttons, and your C button, and your analog button, and whatnot. And you just take the end of the controller, and let's see. It's hard to do this with one hand. Well, not really. Just plug it in like so, stick it in the game, and you're good to go. I also have a memory card here. This is my MacCats 16 times memory card. And you just stick it into the memory card like so. You're good to go. It's not rocket science or anything. So, yeah. Anyway. Alright, let's moving on. On the side here, you have a vent right here, so that the Nintendo GameCube doesn't overheat itself. And over here you have a fan. This is also to help keep the system cool. On the back here you have your handle. This is Nintendo put this here presumably to help make it more easier for you to carry. It's kind of neat. I think it's kind of neat, at least. You can carry your GameCube around with you. Although I don't who would just walk around with carrying their GameCube. Down here, what's the shadow? Hold on. Okay, I gotta do this upside down. Over here you have your digital AV out port, and for like playing the game in digital HD, I guess that's what you would call it. And over here you have your standard analog AV out. But Nintendo found that not a lot of people use the digital AV out. So like beginning in, I believe it was in May of 2004, But all GameCubes that were manufactured after May of 2004 did not have the digital AV out. They only had the analog AV out. So if you want one with the digital AV out, I heard that those are pretty hard to find. Up here you have your AC port. Is where you would plug in the power brick, the end of the power brick to give the GameCube power. On the bottom of the GameCube, we have a couple of different things. Right here, this is your high-speed port. This was so that different peripherals could be plugged in here, but the only peripheral that was truly made to utilize this was the Game Boy player for the GameCube. Down here, you have your serial port 1. This was because the GameCube was built with online gaming capabilities. So if you bought the GameCube online adapter, this is where you would plug it up at right here. And this over here is serial port 2, which I'm not sure what it was used for, but it was also removed in later models of the GameCube as well. So yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the GameCube overall. So now for the second part of this video, I'm going to hook it up and show you guys some gameplay. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Okay guys, now I have the GameCube hooked up to the TV and all. And but before I get into the gameplay and all, there are a couple of Easter eggs that I want to share with you. So as most of you know, there are a couple of startup sounds that you can hear on the GameCube depending on what buttons you push on the Nintendo GameCube controller. You have your normal sound, then there's a second sound with the Z button pressed down. There's also a third sound with 4 GameCube controllers. Okay, so here's the normal sound that you hear without any buttons pressed on the GameCube controller. Okay, that was the normal sound that you hear. Now, here's the sound that you hear when you press the Z button down on the GameCube controller. Okay, here we go. And now, as soon as I find the button. Okay, there we go. Alright, here we go. And that's the second sound. The third sound, unfortunately, it involves you have to have 4 GameCube controllers plugged into all of the controller ports, and you have to hold the Z button down on all of them to get the third sound. But, excuse me, unfortunately, since I only have 1 GameCube controller at the moment, I won't be able to show you guys the third sound. But I'm more than sure you all know about the third sound anyway. Okay, now that we've done all that, let's get into the gameplay. So today's gameplay footage is going to come from a game called Sonic Mega Collection for Nintendo GameCube, which is basically a collection of the classic 16-bit games that came out on the Sega Genesis. So yeah, let's get into that. I'll show you some gameplay. Now I'll apologize in advance if the gameplay is going to look jerky, because, well, it's kind of hard playing the GameCube with the controller with one hand, because, you know, I'm holding this camera with the other, which is just a cell phone, by the way. Okay, let's see. This games. Okay, let's see. We'll play some Sonic the Hedgehog. Always a classic. And by the way, if you own a GameCube and you don't have this game, I highly recommend that you go out and pick it up. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard playing this with one hand. I've played through this game several times before, and I've actually beaten it a couple of times, so it's pretty fun. Oh crap, not the spikes. Ah, not the spikes. Like I said, I apologize for the jerky gameplay because I'm only using one hand for the Gamecube controller because my other hand has the camera in it, so. So yeah, we just passed Act 1. Okay, we're gonna pause there. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much really all I have to say about the GameCube. It's pretty much the GameCube in a nutshell right there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you like my videos, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. So until next time, this is Blue Lighting 26 signing out.